Detachment is not weakness. It is the most dangerous strength a man can hold. For when nothing owns you, no one can command you. The world thrives on hooks, love, money, validation, possessions, approval. Once you bite, someone else holds the string. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. Men are not enslaved by chains, but by cravings. The prince who cannot rule desire is already a servant. Desire is a leash. The tighter you cling, the easier others pull. The merchant waves gold, the lover offers affection, the crowd offers applause, and you kneel. But the detached man kneels to no one. He still desires, but he does not need. That is what makes him untouchable. Modern youth drown in attachments. Every scroll is bait, every like a hook, every comment a whisper. Chase me, and the more you chase, the weaker you grow, because chasing is an admission: I cannot live without this. Detachment reverses the dynamic. When you walk away, desire comes after you. Psychology proves it. Scarcity drives value. What is always present is ignored. What withdraws becomes irresistible. The man who detaches does not chase attention. Attention chases him. This is not cruelty. It is freedom. For only when you no longer need can you see clearly. Desire clouds judgment, makes men impulsive, reckless, blind. History is littered with rulers destroyed not by enemies, but by their own hunger. Alexander burned his youth on endless conquest. Caesar ignored warnings, blinded by ambition. Generals, kings, emperors undone because they could not stop chasing what they thought they needed. Machiavelli's warning remains: rule yourself, or you are already conquered. Ask yourself, what owns you? Is it lust, approval, money, comfort, fear of loneliness? Whatever owns you controls you. Awareness is the first cut. Drag your attachments into the light, name them, and see the strings. Then comes severance, not all at once, but piece by piece. Starve desire until it weakens, until you breathe without it. This is the paradox of detachment. The less you chase, the more you attract. Machiavelli would call it the highest power. Not armies, not riches, not titles, but the ability to desire without slavery. Train this power daily. Refuse your phone, sit in silence, skip pleasures for strength, withdraw your presence to raise its value. Discipline the mind to hunger for mastery, not sugar-coated distractions. Every small detachment frees you. Every freedom makes you stronger, until one day you are untouchable, beyond bribery, beyond seduction, beyond chains. That is detachment. That is sovereignty. That is the first step to ruling your life like a true prince. Detachment begins with freedom, but freedom is only the first step. The true power comes when you learn to weaponize it. Absence is not emptiness. It is energy redirected. It destabilizes patterns, creates uncertainty, and forces the world to notice what is missing. And in uncertainty, obsession is born. Machiavelli warned princes never to be too familiar. The more common you are, the less respect you command. Scarcity creates reverence. Mystery creates power. Psychologists call this the scarcity principle. We value what is rare and dismiss what is abundant. Lovers crave those who withdraw. Leaders command more loyalty when seen less, and legends are made by disappearing. Absence amplifies presence. Imagination works harder when you are gone, and imagination has no limits. Silence is louder than noise, absence heavier than presence. Yet youth today drown in visibility, posting every thought, every image, every moment, until their value becomes cheap. A jewel left on the street is ignored, locked away, it becomes priceless. Detachment is conservation of energy. It is rationing your presence until its worth multiplies. History's rulers knew this. Kings revealed themselves sparingly. Caesar appeared with timing and spectacle, and leaders built fear and reverence by being scarce. Modern power works the same. The weak overshare, the strong withhold. In love and in life, the one who leads least controls the bond. Emotional detachment is not cruelty, it is law. Those who cannot detach are doomed to serve, because their cravings become leashes others can pull. Psychology confirms it. People chase what resists them and devalue what comes too easily. But absence must be measured. Withdraw too long and you are forgotten. Appear too often and you are despised. The art lies in balance, vanishing just long enough to sharpen hunger, then returning with force. This rhythm creates obsession, a cycle of longing and reward that enslaves the mind of others. Yet before you can wield absence, you must conquer solitude. Most run from it, mistaking it for loneliness. But solitude is where detachment hardens into steel. Each hour alone sharpens sovereignty, each silence endured strengthens your will. The mind that masters solitude bends desire instead of bowing to it. This is why monks radiate calm, why warriors train in silence, why thinkers retreat to return with truth. Solitude is not escape, it is mastery. Once you master it, you can decide when to appear, when to vanish, and when to strike. Your absence becomes armor, your silence a blade. The world will resist your detachment. They will panic, rage, and demand your presence. Do not bend, do not explain, do not apologize. Mystery dies when you justify yourself. Let absence speak louder than words. Let silence carry more weight than defense. Train this like a skill. Delay gratification. Withdraw when others expect you to chase. Withhold what they crave. Each act sharpens your crown of sovereignty until one day you are no longer a piece in the game, you are the board itself. Others must move around you. This is the crown Machiavelli hinted at, not jewels, not armies, not wealth. The crown of mastering desire before it masters you. The youth who learn this will be untouchable, feared, and respected. For nothing is more dangerous than the one who cannot be bought, and nothing more powerful than the one who cannot be broken. Detachment is that shield. Detachment is that sword. Detachment is that crown. Detachment is the crown that separates rulers from the ruled, for the man who is not enslaved by desire cannot be enslaved by anyone. To detach is not to kill feeling, but to master it, to rise above the cravings that shackle ordinary men. It is sovereignty itself you still desire, but desire bends to you, not you to it. Most will never reach this height. They mistake need for love, craving for purpose, hunger for meaning. They think themselves free, yet they dance on invisible strings tied to approval, wealth, comfort, and fear. Kings in name, slaves in truth, their crowns forged of gold, their hearts bound in chains. Machiavelli saw this weakness in princes and peasants alike. The man who governs desire governs the world. The crowd trades power for illusions, applause, affection, security, while the ruler who detaches becomes untouchable. He cannot be bribed, cannot be bought, cannot be controlled. Detachment is not coldness but clarity. It is not lovelessness, but love without servitude. It is not ambition abandoned, but ambition disciplined. It is the hidden crown unseen by the weak, undeniable to the strong. In money, detachment separates the servant from the sovereign. The weak man clings to his wage, bowing for survival. But the detached man treats money as a tool, and tools, by nature, obey. True wealth is not possession, but independence, the ability to walk away without collapse. History proves it. Kingdoms fall when rulers love gold more than power. In love, detachment is the shield against slavery. The clinging lover becomes prey to absence and manipulation. But the detached lover still feels affection, he simply refuses to kneel to it. Love chosen freely is strength, love demanded is bondage. Machiavelli would say, love is safe only when balanced by fear. In leadership, detachment is the crown above the mob. The weak leader begs applause, bending to the crowd. The detached leader governs by clarity, not craving. He endures hatred and silence, for he does not need approval. That is why he is feared, respected, remembered. Marcus Aurelius ruled this way. Others drowned in flattery, betrayed by their hunger for it. In ambition, detachment is fire mastered. Unchecked, ambition devours its owner. Caesar could not detach from the crown, and it killed him. But ambition balanced with detachment becomes unstoppable. Vision without desperation, risk without ruin. In the self, detachment is the throne of sovereignty. Emotions rage like storms, but the detached man commands them. He feels anger but does not lash blindly. He feels fear but does not flee. Pain sharpens him instead of enslaving him. The storm outside cannot break the man who rules the storm within. Youth must see the truth. Every attachment is a leash, and every leash has a master. Money ties you to bosses, approval ties you to the crowd, love ties you to betrayal, comfort ties you to weakness, fear ties you to the world itself, but detach and the leashes snap. No one owns you. And the man who cannot be owned cannot be conquered. This is why detachment is not weakness but the highest strength. It is the shield that blocks manipulation, the sword that cuts through illusion, the crown that makes sovereignty real. The detached man bends the game without being trapped in it. But detachment must be trained. The mind clings by habit, and habit must be rewired. Discipline is the blade. Delay gratification. Withdraw from noise. Let silence speak. Refuse to explain. Each restraint polishes the crown. Each act of absence multiplies your worth. Each mastery of desire fortifies your throne. One day, you will stand among men still chained by fear, money, or approval. You will watch them bend and betray themselves, and you will remain unbent because you killed the leash. That moment is sovereignty realized.